Hello viewers, welcome to Dateline Northeast, a program that gives you an overview of the developments in India's Northeast region. I'm your host Chandrakala and the highlights of today's program are: talks held on creation of districts in Manipur, Northeastern soccer players make mark in FIFA Under-17 World Cup, Nagaland supermodel wins Vogue Women of the Year Award 2017. And Mera Hachongba, a festival of oneness, celebrates in Manipur. With an aim to end communal crisis and bring long-lasting solution amicably in the landlocked Manipur, Centre is not leaving any stone unturned and is promoting the sense of belongingness and oneness. With this, a high-level round of tripartite talks was held over the district creation issue. A report.
In a bid to find an amicable solution to the issue of creation of districts in Manipur, another high-level round of tripartite talks involving the Centre, Manipur Government and United Naga Council was held in Manipur Sinabari District headquarters. During the meeting, the state government agreed to review the objections raised by the UNC representatives on the constitution of District Boundary Commission by the government. Joint Secretary Northeast for Ministry of Home Affairs, Satendra Kirk, chaired the high-level talks with the participation of 3 ministers from Manipur government led by Additional Chief Secretary Home Dr. J. Suresh Prabhu and Commissioner Works and IPR K. Radhakumar Singh. Also, 11 members from UNC, including the President Kaitong Kami, participated in the talks. It was also mutually agreed that the previous proceedings will be upheld by the party concerned.
Government of Manipur informed the meeting that they have constituted a district boundary commission under a retired High Court judge. UNC had objections to it, or they had reservations about it, because they thought they had a particular point of view about boundary commission. So government representatives have taken note of it. They'll go and discuss it further with the government.
Kirk further said issues were being considered by the government of Manipur and sensitivity of the issues were being addressed to find a long-lasting solution.
Just setting up of a boundary commission or redrawing of the boundary, that will not solve the problem. There's some problem. The crux of the problem needs to be addressed.
However, the Manipur government is of an opinion that by setting up the District Boundary Commission, it will enable them to address the core grievances of the UNC and build trust factor for amicable solution.
No, the issue is that the commission will look into the boundary means the villages. You see, we have made our point very clear that in the earlier district creation, there is no question of any village being touched. Earlier there is a subdivision which has now become a district, which is an upgradation of the administrative setup. But we literally has not touched any of the villages from one district to other. So this particular boundary commission which has been constituted, we were under the concept that this will address the grievance of the UNC.
It has been decided that the next round of the tripartite talks will be held on 10th November 2017. It is also noteworthy to mention that Ministry of Home Affairs has been chairing the talks right from the first tripartite talks held on March 19, 2017.
Well viewers, youth in the Northeast live and breathe sports and their passion for the same has created wonders and brought laurels to the nation. Adding another feather to its cap, the Team India, which is playing in FIFA Under-17 World Cup, is headed by a young and enthusiastic sportsperson from northeastern state of Manipur. For the first time ever in the history of football, these young players are all set to make a mark in the international level of football, giving a neck-to-neck performance to their counterparts from different countries. Football fever has gripped the entire nation as the FIFA Under-17 World Cup tournament is underway. Football has taken a centre stage and the Indian Under-17 team has grabbed headlines as for the first time ever in the history, the Indian team is being led by young sportspersons from the northeastern state of Manipur. When it comes to football, states like Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, West Bengal, Goa begs the limelight as it is considered as the powerhouse of soccer. 8 players out of the 21 players, including Captain Amarjit Singh Khiam from the tiny state of Manipur, constitute the Indian squad of tournament.
In front of 6,000 people के सामने हम खेलेंगे तो अंदर से भी एक जोश आएंगे तो प्रेशर भी थोड़ा बहुत होंगे लेकिन अंदर से मुझे तो अंदर से ये सब क्राउड की वजह से मुझे तो अंदर से फीलिंग आती है मेरी टीम को भी फीलिंग आती है तो we are ready.
Breaking all the barriers and constraints, these young players have set out their foot in the international platform of soccer. The entire country geared up as the opening ceremony of Under-17 FIFA World Cup saw a grueling match between India and the USA held in Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in the national capital.
It's fantastic for the football if the people understand it's the first step to build the new football. Because this generation in India is very, very strong. But when you compare with Europe, Africa, South America, there's a big gap. And we reduce, I think we can reduce. And in the future, in 2, 3, 4 years, is to compete equality with the teams in Asia first.
As the football matches continue, an interesting match was witnessed by the spectators between India and Colombia. For the first time in the history, 16-year-old midfielder Jackson Singh from Manipur rose above everyone to score India's first World Cup goal against Colombia. A cousin of fellow teammate Amarjit Khiam, Jackson also started out at the Chandigarh Football Academy and later joined up the Minerva Punjab Academy. He has now carved out a niche in Indian football. It was indeed an emotional moment for his family.
사랑하는 하더바 야데 찬나래 찬나보다 아이는 푸부다 마나 바바 이 자해를 해나 이 사랑하니 아득이 하라위 마나 본 찬나가 곤잠미다 이 아득마다 하라위 해본 강을 하라위.
Despite the fact that India lost against Colombia by 2-1 and there was an emotional breakdown, but the team's spirit continued as they hit the bar once with the first ever goal in the history of Indian football. Now that India has carved out a space for itself on global football map, more youngsters are getting inspired by the budding players who have set their bar high by their unparalleled performance. Well, over the years, number of youths from the northeastern province got their breakthroughs in various respectable fields, and many are also trying their hands in fashion and art industry. A Naga girl, Ketholeno Kense Vihenyo from Nagaland, has been recently chosen for the prestigious title Vogue India's Women of the Year Award 2017.
Made supermodel Ketholeno Kense Vihenyo, who belongs to one of Nagaland's biggest tribes, Angkami community. Ketholeno first took up modeling only as a hobby, but when she got her first breakthrough in the industry by winning the Kingfisher Calendar Girl in 2014, things turned around and there was no holding her back. Since then, she has been steadily rising in the industry and achieved one of the country's premier fashion and lifestyle magazines, Vogue India's Women of the Year Award 2017, under the category of Vogue and Colors Infinity Young Achievers.
I was excited, and like I said before, this excitement was not only for myself or for me achieving this award, but I was really happy that now, at the national level, our people, like our Oriental faces, Northeast people, will also be able to come forward. So with that thought only, I was overwhelmed for them. Like, they believed in diversity. For a magazine which keeps on shooting all these Bollywood celebrities, for them to acknowledge a Northeastern girl, it's amazing.
Ketholeno appeared on Vogue magazine cover alongside Bollywood heartthrob Ranbir Kapoor for September 2016 edition. Moreover, she also featured in Harper's Bazaar Pride India June to July 2016 edition and many others glam magazines.
I never dream of becoming a model or going ahead from there, so there was no particular inspiration, but definitely I was very tall for a Naga girl, so from there only it started as a hobby. So whatever local shows that we used to have, I used to do it during my college days, and after I graduated I came to the city to just give it a try. And then that's how, like for 2 months, I thought I'll give it a try and see, just with the excuse of modeling. I just wanted to see the city and live out city life. And that's how it started in the initial beginning.
Cataleno has come a long way from her humble beginning, though still rooted to her culture. This young Naga girl is striving to promote the Northeast India with all her daring and might. With her hard work, achievements and recognition, she is an inspiration to many, especially the youngsters from the region. Like any one of us, Cataleno also has a wish list, and one day she wants to walk down the ramp for Chanel.
Let us now take a look at some of the events that made news in the Northeast recently. A high-level meeting was held between Centre and Boro leaders recently to review the implementation of Boro Accord. According to Bodoland People Front's leader Chandan Brahma, the review was for the implementation of the Clause 8 of the Accord, which mentions that the Boros and Kacharis living in Karbi Anglong, Dima Hasao areas should be granted hill tribe status. Implementation of new construction project of additional highway within the Bodoland area from West Bengal to Arunachal Pradesh was also discussed. Plans to hand over relief and rehabilitation and disaster management departments to the Bodoland Territorial Council by December 31st were also finalized during the meeting. The meeting was chaired by Joint Secretary Northeast Satyendra Garg and was attended by senior dignitaries. Cricket fever gripped the city of Guwahati as it hosted the India-Australia second T20 match in the newly inaugurated Barsapara Cricket Stadium. Cricket lovers gathered to get a glimpse of the cricket stars who arrived at the city. They were accorded with a Japi and a Gamusa as a mark of respect in the state. Thousands from all across the city and other parts thronged the stadium to witness the exciting match between the two countries. It is noteworthy that the Assam Cricket Association Stadium at Barsapara in Guwahati has made its debut in India as the venue to host the first international T20 match between India and Australia. Minister of State for Parliamentary Affairs, Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, Arjun Ram Meghwal recently inaugurated the New India We Resolve to Make program in Shillong. The 5-day mega exhibition cum seminar was organized by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Directorate of Advertising and Visual Publicity and All India Limited at All Saints Hall, Shillong. In his address, the minister said that Sankalp Se Siddhi aimed at good governance is a 5-year plan under which New India movement from 2017 to 2022 would take place. He asserted that the collective forces of Indian people are worth mentioning and that we should be hopeful that India will develop as a country by 2022. Former leader of India's ruling Bharatiya Janata Party from Bihar, Ganga Prasad, was recently sworn in as the 16th governor of Meghalaya. Chief Justice of Meghalaya High Court, Justice Dinesh Maheshwari, administered the oath of office at a solemn ceremony attended by Chief Minister Dr. Mukul Sangma, his cabinet colleagues and a host of dignitaries. Prasad's appointment was announced on September 30. Meghalaya had been without a permanent governor for 9 months after V. Shanmuganathan resigned on January 26. Meanwhile, Jagdish Mukhi was sworn in as the new governor of Assam. He was administered the oath of office by Guwahati High Court Chief Justice Ajit Singh at a ceremony held at Srimanta Shankardev International Convention Centre. Chief Minister of Assam Sarbananda Sonowal, his cabinet ministers and others attended Mukhi's swearing-in ceremony. Joint Secretary Ministry of Home Affairs Northeast in charge Satyendra Garg visited the designated camp of Kuki National Front Ebenezer Peace Camp at Nathiljang in Kangpokpi district of Manipur. He arrived in a chopper and was given a warm welcome in the traditional way by the Kukis at Kholjangtaya playground. Satyendra Garg along with J. Suresh Babu, Additional Chief Secretary Home, Government of Manipur, took stock of the camp and the people residing in the camps. Satyendra Garg, who is the first person to chair the Kuki political dialogue with the centre, said that whatever issues about the Kukis, the government is very much aware about it. That is why a political dialogue has been started and the centre will do whatever is just for every section of society, including the Kukis. The Border Security Force held a Civic Action Program 2017-18 at the premises of BSF in Maupat, Shillong, which was organized by the sector headquarter BSF Shillong and the Nongmengsong Dorbar Secondary School. Hundreds of school children from all across the state gathered to be a part of the program. Chocolates and other essential products like tennis bat and ball, etc. were distributed among the students. Forest and Environment Minister of Manipur, Thaunajam Shyamkumar, appealed to all, especially the young generation, to pass on the message to save the wildlife at the grassroots level. He said that a world without wildlife would inevitably lose its ability to sustain all forms of life due to the complex balance of nature and the interdependency of species on one another. He was speaking as a chief guest at the grand finale of the 62nd Wildlife Week celebration 2017 at the Manipur State Film Development Society Auditorium, Palace Gate, Imphal East, which was organized by Forest Department under the theme Celebrating Rights of Wildlife. Later, Shyamkumar said that the government is taking all measures to stop the killing of the wildlife and that creating awareness among the youths on importance of wildlife is a must. Well, moving on, improvement of connectivity in India's northeast region tops the agenda of the central government as the region has immense potentialities to strengthen business ties with the Southeast Asian countries. Recently, in a major thrust to development in the air connectivity and as a part of the UDAN scheme of the centre and to tap the business potential of the region, SpiceJet launched direct flight from Dibrugarh to Guwahati from Mohanbari Airport. On a similar note, SpiceJet is bringing seaplanes to India. A report. Prime Minister's vision of India's Act East policy is turning into a reality and Northeast is playing an essential role in the implementation of the same. Many renowned business organizations, companies, corporates are eyeing into exploring the business opportunities of the region. The central government is doing their bit to build infrastructure so that Northeast emerges as an important hub in India's engagement with Southeast Asian countries. However, in a major push to air connectivity in the region, SpiceJet launched a daily direct flight from Dibrugarh to Guwahati from Mohanbari Airport recently, which is expected to facilitate increased trade and commerce in the region. Deployment of aircraft, small choppers also formed an essential part of development in the connectivity sector. Focusing on Northeast's role in paving a gateway to Southeast Asia, various schemes and multifaceted projects have been undertaken to facilitate the growth in rail, road, telecom sectors, etc.
प्रगति के लिए तो कनेक्टिविटी चाहिए, इसलिए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने नॉर्थ ईस्ट को साउथ एशिया से जोड़ने के लिए जो एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी के द्वारा आगे बढ़ाने का निर्णय किया है। हर इलाका जहां हमारा पहले कोई ऐसा मतलब कनेक्टिविटी का व्यवस्था थे नहीं, चाहे नदी हो या चाहे झील हो, अभी व्यवस्था होगा।
Moreover, for the first time ever in the history of aviation in India, renowned airline SpiceJet is also exploring opportunity to order amphibious aircraft from Japanese aircraft maker Tsuneshi Group. This was officially announced during a function held at Guwahati Airport. The major development to improve regional connectivity in Northeast and the country as a whole came as a part of the Ure Desh Ka Aam Nagrik UDAN scheme initiated by the Government of India. The Tsuneshi Group established the aviation division in 2014 to fly amphibious aircraft in Setauchi City of Japan and enter into a contract with the US small aircraft maker Quest Aircraft and the float maker Aeroset for sales in dozens of countries, including Japan.
SpiceJet believes that the Northeast and especially Guwahati is a second home for our airline. It is a place where we expect to build a large base for our regional aircraft. We will ensure that by using the planes that you will see today, the cause of connectivity will be greatly enhanced in Northeast and in different parts of the country.
Meanwhile, Assam government is ensuring all possible help to SpiceJet for the smooth and successful functioning of the Japanese aircraft that would boost the regional air connectivity. Well, viewers, blessed with a favourable climatic condition and rich flora and fauna in the hill state of Meghalaya, farming in the region has become a boon for the locals with the help of modern equipment. Recently, Meghalaya's Horticulture Department organized a day-long local vegetable and fruits show to promote the organic farming in the state.
The northeastern region is abundantly endowed with rich fertile soil and covered majorly with a thick green forest. Having an acro-climatic condition, people of the region hugely depend on agriculture, and cultivation plays an important role as one sustainable source of income. With the onset of harvest season, the region is all geared up for a fruitful and bountiful harvest. With an aim to bring forth the indigenous farmers and promote the locally grown fruits and vegetables, a day-long vegetable and fruit show 2017 under the theme Moving Towards Organic Agriculture was organized in Shillong.
Agriculture and horticulture is something which would provide a sustainable employment, because this is, the sector which provides the basic needs for the humanity. So I would really, appreciate and encourage lot more people to get involved in this sector and to create more value.
At the event, 15 stalls from different parts of the East Khasi Hills district showcase organically produced vegetables, fruits, flour, dairy products and other animal products. Visitors at the event were seen busy lining up at the stalls to grab the organically produced vegetables from the farmers. Such encouragement boosts the morale and hopes to the local producers and strives for healthy living.
The department is making some effort. In fact, what Director has already mentioned, some efforts we are making to, make this agriculture occupation more remunerative by, creating some systems. The state government has come out with a very, long-term vision of making the entire state as organic.
Over the years, many people are consciously shifting to organic products, and such events will help the indigenous farmers to generate income and build a sustainable livelihood through farming.
India's Manipur state, known for its rich culture and harmonious coexistence of various ethnic groups, recently celebrated the festivals of Mera Hauchongba in Imphal. The festival sought to celebrate the relationship among the residents of the state. A report.
Manipur, India's easternmost state, has unique geographical and demographic characteristics. The naturally rich province is predominantly occupied by the Meiteis of the valley, and tribal Nagas and Kukis occupy the surrounding hills. Festivals and fairs play a huge role in keeping the residents of the state united and strengthening the social values. Mera Hauchongba, one of the oldest and greatest festivals of Manipur, was observed in large scale at Manipur Royal Palace in Imphal, which was attended by all the hill tribes of the state and people of the valley, with titular Manipur King Leshamba Sanajauba as the main host. Organized by the Mera Hauchongba Thausil Loop, this age-old festival marks oneness to the growth of nationalism in the state.
Yamna nungai mathakta amuk nungai hapchinbire maramdi ekhoina sahi kya dagi argi ningthoron kya dagi Mera Hauchongba se singmi tami akhoi iningtho Manipur gi ningtho gi makhada ningthona singmi tami punna haujiki Mera Hauchongba thoron se phakthokna polan aduna singnigi porakpa panau singnau khangde lapu lafang khangde adargi thabi khangde singi pot makhai yangang adargi sing adugba anauba pot myamse porta ningthoda kalare ningthona.
Gladly dressed in colorful and unique traditional attires, the festival brought both the people of the hills and the valley on the single platform and renewed the feeling of oneness and belongingness. It is also worth mentioning that Mera Hauchongba festival is the only festival of the state where all the village chieftains from various tribal communities take part in the event. Apart from showcasing various cultural performances and dances, exchanging gifts between the village's chiefs and the titular king of Manipur remains the main activity of the festival.
Chief Minister Biren Chinan Dawusi Jumian Ekal. Majin Manawni Hamsi Tato Yaki Hamsi, my Wakanda Poto Hamsi, a Wakanda boy. Ninchele Aduga, Government Yaunago, Ashumana Bantopuche. Although the Kumshina Ihan Hanbunjida in Ubuda, although a Wakanda, Jin now she, Amadania, Kaibayadi, him, Ashida Wakanda, Potore.
This festival continues to be the gathering of both hills and valleys and an endeavor to strengthen their ties for long-standing relationship. Mera Hauchongba festival has been celebrated since the time of Nongda Lairen Pakhangpa, the god king of Manipur in the 1st century AD.
Well, with that, we have come to the end of this episode of Roving Report. Do connect with us to our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter at anyindia_ANI. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get latest news updates from the Northeast. I'm your host Chandrakala. Goodbye and take care.